Hey Taurus, I need to share something with you right now because what I just pulled in this reading is absolutely wild, and honestly, I was not prepared for the intensity of what the cards are showing me about today specifically. Like, I shuffled this deck 3 times because I thought maybe I was reading the energy wrong. But no, the universe is being incredibly clear about what is unfolding for you in the next few hours, and someone out there is thinking about you in a way that is going to completely surprise you. So I laid out the cards, and the very first one that came through is the Four of Pentacles, and oh my goodness, Taurus. This card is showing me that someone has been holding on to their feelings for you, like they are clutching them so tightly to their chest because they have been absolutely terrified of what might happen if they let these emotions out into the open. This person has been in this energy of extreme protection around their heart when it comes to you. And what I am seeing here is that they have built these walls not because they do not care, but because they care so intensely that the thought of being vulnerable with you has felt like too much of a risk for them to take. The Four of Pentacles in this position is telling me that this individual has been in a state of emotional lockdown, and they have been watching you from a distance while simultaneously fighting this internal battle about whether they should finally tell you what has been living inside their heart for potentially months now. What makes this even more intense is that this is not someone who takes emotional risks lightly, and I am getting the sense that they have been burned before, or they have watched you from afar and convinced themselves that maybe you would not feel the same way or that the timing has never been quite right. But today, Taurus, something is shifting in their energy, and I can feel it through these cards. The Four of Pentacles is showing me someone who has been so careful with their resources, whether that is emotional energy or actual feelings, and they have been calculating and measuring and trying to figure out the perfect moment to make their move. This person has probably rehearsed what they want to say to you about 17 different times in their head, and each time they get close to actually doing it, they pull back because the fear of rejection or the fear of changing the dynamic between you two has felt overwhelming to them. But here is what the universe wants you to know. This person is getting to a breaking point with holding all of this inside, and today specifically, there is planetary energy that is pushing them toward a moment of release. I keep seeing this image of someone who has been holding their breath underwater, and they are finally about to break the surface and gasp for air. And that air is going to come in the form of them finally expressing to you what they have been keeping locked away. The Four of Pentacles is traditionally about holding on to things too tightly, but when this card shows up in a reading about someone wanting to see you, it tells me that the grip is loosening, and what has been contained is about to spill out in a way that is going to catch you completely off guard, Taurus. Now let me pull the next card because I need to understand more about who this person is and what their intentions actually are. And wow, okay, the Page of Pentacles just came through, and this is giving me such specific energy about this individual. The Page of Pentacles represents someone who is methodical and practical, and they are the type of person who does not just jump into situations without thinking things through very carefully. This could be someone who you know through work or through some kind of practical setting, or maybe this is someone who has always presented themselves to you as being very grounded and stable, and maybe even a little bit reserved in how they show their emotions publicly. Pages in tarot represent messengers and new beginnings, and I am getting such a strong sense that this person is about to deliver a message to you today that is going to shift something fundamentally between the two of you. What I find so fascinating about the Page of Pentacles appearing here is that this suit is all about the physical realm and tangible things and material reality, which tells me that when this person approaches you today, they are not going to be vague or wishy-washy about their intentions. This is someone who, when they finally decide to speak their truth, they are going to be clear and direct, and they are going to want to talk about real concrete possibilities between you two. This is not someone who is interested in playing games or keeping things casual or ambiguous. The Page of Pentacles wants to plant seeds for something that can actually grow into something substantial and lasting, and I am seeing that they have been observing you for quite some time now, studying the way you move through the world, and they have determined that you are someone worth taking a risk for. This page energy is also telling me that this person might be younger than you, or they might have a youthful quality to their approach, even if they are the same age, because pages carry this energy of innocence and hopefulness and genuine curiosity. They are approaching their feelings for you with this almost childlike wonder mixed with adult intentionality, if that makes sense. Like, they are excited about the possibility of you in a way that feels fresh and uncynical, but they are also serious about wanting to explore what could develop between you two. I am getting the sense that this person has been doing their homework on you in a way where they have been paying attention to the little details about what you like and what makes you laugh and what you value in relationships, and they feel ready now to show you that they have been paying attention all along. The Page of Pentacles is also associated with offers and opportunities and proposals, and in the context of romance, this is telling me that when this person reaches out to you today, it might come in the form of an actual invitation or suggestion to spend time together in a way that is different from how you have interacted before. Maybe they are going to ask you on a proper date or suggest doing something together that allows for deeper conversation, or they might even bring you a small gift or gesture that shows they have been thinking about you specifically. This is Earth energy, so it is going to be grounded in reality, and not just flowery words, but actual demonstrable effort on their part to show you that their interest is real and that they want to invest time and energy into getting closer to you. Let me pull another card because I need to see what the emotional undercurrent of this situation is and what their deeper feelings are beneath the surface, and the Eight of Wands just flew out of the deck, and Taurus. This is the card of swift movement and rapid communication and things happening faster than you can even process. The Eight of Wands is telling me that whatever has been brewing beneath the surface is about to come at you with velocity and speed, and you might not even have time to fully prepare yourself for the intensity of how quickly things are going to shift today. This card represents messages flying through the air and information traveling at the speed of light. And in modern terms, this often shows up as text messages or phone calls or direct messages or some form of communication technology being used to bridge the distance between two people. So what I am seeing here is that this person who has been holding back with the Four of Pentacles and carefully observing with the Page of Pentacles is suddenly going to be moved by the Eight of Wands energy to take immediate action, and they are not going to overthink it anymore. Something is going to happen today that acts as a catalyst for them, whether they see something or hear something, or they just wake up with this sudden clarity that they cannot wait another day to tell you how they feel. The Eight of Wands does not waste time, and it does not second-guess itself, and when this card appears, it means that delays are ending, and what has been stuck in limbo is finally getting the green light to move forward at full speed. I am also getting from the Eight of Wands that the way they reach out to you might feel sudden or unexpected in timing, like maybe you are not thinking about this person in that moment, and then boom, your phone lights up with a message from them. Or you run into them somewhere completely randomly when you were not anticipating seeing them at all. The universe has a way of orchestrating these divine timing moments, and the Eight of Wands is all about synchronicity and things aligning in ways that feel almost too perfectly timed to be coincidental. This card is also associated with travel and movement, so there is a possibility that this person might actually show up somewhere near you today, or they might suggest meeting up in person rather than just communicating from a distance, because they feel this urgency to be in your physical presence. What I love about the Eight of Wands in this reading is that it carries this energy of passion and enthusiasm and forward momentum, and it is telling me that when this person finally makes their move today, they are going to do so with confidence and clarity of purpose. They are not going to be tentative or hesitant anymore because the Eight of Wands burns away doubt and replaces it with conviction. This is someone who has made up their mind and they are ready to shoot their shot, as they say, and they are hoping that you are going to be receptive to what they have to share with you. The energy is electric and charged, and I am getting the sense that even if you have known this person for a while, there is going to be something about the way they approach you today that feels different and more intentionally romantic than anything that has happened between you before. Now I need to pull another card to understand what the potential outcome of this situation is, and what you can expect if you decide to be open to what this person is offering. And the sun just came through, and Taurus, I literally got chills because the sun is one of the most positive and joyful cards in the entire tarot deck. This is telling me that if you allow yourself to be receptive to what this person wants to share with you today, the energy between you two has the potential to blossom into something really beautiful and fulfilling and genuinely happy. The sun represents clarity and warmth and truth being illuminated and success and celebration and all of the good feelings that come when two people finally stop hiding and start being honest about their attraction and care for each other. The sun is also a card about children and innocence and playfulness, which tells me that if this connection develops, it is going to have this quality of lightness and fun and genuine enjoyment of each other's company. This is not going to be one of those heavy, complicated dynamics filled with drama and confusion. The sun shines brightly and leaves no shadows, and what it is showing me is that this person's feelings for you are pure and straightforward, and they genuinely want to make you happy and bring more joy and brightness into your life. When the sun appears in a love reading, it is almost always a sign that the universe is giving its blessing to the connection and saying yes. This is someone who can bring positive energy into your world if you allow them to. I am also seeing with the sun that this situation has the potential to become something that other people notice and celebrate. Like this could develop into one of those relationships where your friends and family look at you two together and they can just feel the happiness radiating off of you both. The sun is a very public card in some ways because its light cannot be hidden, and I am getting the sense that if you and this person move forward together, it is going to be obvious to everyone around you that there is something special happening between you. This is not going to be a secret situationship or something you feel the need to keep private. The sun wants to shine and be seen, and it is telling me that this connection has the potential to be something you feel proud of and excited to share with the world. The sun is also about vitality and life force and feeling energized, and I am seeing that this person is going to bring a renewed sense of excitement into your life, Taurus. Maybe you have been feeling a bit stagnant or bored lately, or like your romantic life has been pretty quiet and predictable, but the appearance of the sun is telling me that this person is going to shake things up in the best possible way and remind you what it feels like to have butterflies and to look forward to seeing someone and to feel genuinely optimistic about where a connection might lead. This is the universe's way of saying that something good is coming your way today, and you deserve to let yourself feel excited about it rather than being cynical or guarded. Let me pull the next card because I want to understand what advice the universe has for you about how to handle this situation when it unfolds today, and the Ten of Swords just came through. And okay, this might seem like a scary card at first glance because the Ten of Swords is traditionally about endings and betrayal and hitting rock bottom, but I need you to hear what the universe is actually trying to tell you through this card in this specific context. The Ten of Swords is saying that in order for you to fully receive what this person wants to offer you today, you need to let go of old stories and old wounds and old beliefs about love that are no longer serving you. This card is about the death of old patterns and the complete ending of cycles that have been keeping you stuck, and I am getting the sense that you might have some residual hurt or skepticism from past experiences that could potentially block you from being open to this new opportunity. The Ten of Swords is telling you that today is a day to consciously release whatever pain or disappointment you have been carrying from previous relationships or romantic situations that did not work out the way you hoped they would. The universe is asking you to make a deliberate choice to not let the past dictate your future, and to give this person a fair chance to show you who they are, rather than projecting onto them the fears and insecurities that were created by people who came before them. This is about putting down the sword of self-protection and allowing yourself to be vulnerable again, even though vulnerability can feel terrifying when you have been hurt before. What I find really interesting about the Ten of Swords appearing in this position is that it is the last card of the sword suit, which means it represents the absolute end of mental anguish and overthinking and anxiety about romantic matters. And after the Ten of Swords comes the Ace, which is a fresh start and a new beginning. So the universe is essentially telling you that you are on the precipice of a brand new chapter in your romantic life, but you have to be willing to completely close the door on the old chapter first. This might mean having an honest conversation with yourself about what you are actually afraid of and why you might be tempted to push this person away before even giving them a real chance. The Ten of Swords asks you to face your fears head on and then consciously choose to move beyond them. I am also getting from this card that there might be a part of you that wants to catastrophize or assume the worst about how the situation will turn out, because assuming the worst feels safer than getting your hopes up and potentially being disappointed again. The Ten of Swords can represent a tendency toward worst-case scenario thinking, and the universe is gently but firmly telling you that you need to interrupt that pattern today. When this person reaches out to you or shows up in your space, do not immediately start listing in your head all the reasons why it will not work or all the ways you might get hurt. Instead, the universe is asking you to stay present and give yourself permission to simply see what unfolds without writing the ending before the story has even really begun. The Ten of Swords is also about surrender and accepting that you cannot control every outcome, and I think the message here is that you need to surrender your need to protect yourself from potential pain and instead trust that you are resilient enough to handle whatever happens. You have survived every difficult thing that has come before this moment, and you will survive whatever comes next, whether this turns into something amazing or whether it turns out to be a learning experience. The fear of pain should not be the thing that prevents you from experiencing potential joy, and that is what the Ten of Swords is ultimately trying to communicate to you today, Taurus. Let me pull another card because I want to understand more about what this person sees in you and why they are drawn to you specifically. And the Queen of Pentacles just came through, and this is such a beautiful card to receive because it is telling me that this person sees you as someone who is incredibly grounded and nurturing and capable, and they are drawn to your stability and your ability to create comfort and beauty in your environment. The Queen of Pentacles represents someone who is practical and resourceful and generous, and I am getting the sense that this person has watched you handle your life with grace and competence, and they find that incredibly attractive. They see you as someone who has their life together in meaningful ways, and who knows how to take care of themselves and others, and that kind of stability is something they value deeply. The Queen of Pentacles is also about abundance and sensuality and enjoying physical pleasures, and I am seeing that this person is drawn to your earthy, magnetic presence and the way you seem so comfortable in your own skin. They notice the way you dress and the way you move through space and the way you seem to appreciate quality and beauty in all its forms, and they want to be someone who can share in those experiences with you. This is someone who is attracted not just to your physical appearance, although they definitely find you attractive, but to your overall energy and the way you create this sense of warmth and abundance wherever you go. What I love about the Queen of Pentacles appearing here is that it tells me this person sees you as relationship material, not as a casual fling or a temporary distraction. Queens in tarot represent maturity and mastery and long-term potential. And the fact that they see you as the Queen of Pentacles means they view you as someone they could build something real and lasting with. They are attracted to your substance and your depth, and they appreciate that you are someone who brings real value to the lives of people you care about. This is not superficial attraction. This is someone who has really paid attention to who you are as a person, and they like what they see on every level. The Queen of Pentacles is also associated with financial stability and practical security. And I am getting the sense that this person might also be drawn to the fact that you seem to have your finances and your material world in order. They respect that you are not someone who is irresponsible or flighty with important life matters, and they see you as someone who would be a solid partner who could contribute equally to building a life together. This might sound unromantic, but the Queen of Pentacles understands that true partnership includes practical considerations, and this person is thinking about you in those terms, which actually shows a deeper level of seriousness about their interest in you. I am also seeing that this person loves your generous nature and the way you show up for people you care about, whether that is through acts of service or thoughtful gestures, or simply being a reliable presence in their lives. The Queen of Pentacles is the nurturer of the tarot, and this person has probably witnessed you taking care of others or going out of your way to help someone, and that generosity of spirit is something they find incredibly appealing. They want to be on the receiving end of that care, and they want to reciprocate it by taking care of you in return and creating this dynamic of mutual support and appreciation. Let me pull the next card because I want to see what potential challenges or obstacles might exist in this situation. And the Ten of Wands just came through, and this is telling me that timing might be somewhat complicated because either you or this person, or maybe both of you, are dealing with a lot of responsibilities and obligations right now. The Ten of Wands represents feeling overburdened and carrying too much weight, and having a schedule that is packed to the brim with commitments, and I am seeing that there might be some practical challenges around finding time and space to actually explore this connection properly. This does not mean the connection is not worth pursuing, but it does mean that both of you might need to be intentional about carving out time for each other amidst all the other demands on your energy and attention. The Ten of Wands can also represent someone who has been working really hard towards specific goals and who might be hesitant to add another thing to their plate, even if that thing is something they genuinely want. So there is a possibility that even though this person wants to see you and wants to express their feelings, there might be a part of them that is also feeling overwhelmed by the idea of starting a new relationship on top of everything else they are managing right now. This is not necessarily a red flag, it is just the reality of where they might be at in their life, and it is worth being aware of, so that you can have realistic expectations about how quickly things might progress. I am also getting from the Ten of Wands that you yourself might be feeling pretty maxed out right now, Taurus, and the idea of adding romance into your life might feel both exciting and slightly daunting because you know how much energy and attention healthy relationships require. The universe is acknowledging through this card that yes, you are both busy people with full lives, but that does not mean you should let this opportunity pass you by. Sometimes the best things come into our lives at inconvenient times, and we have to make the conscious choice to reprioritize and make room for what matters, even when it requires some juggling and adjustment of existing commitments. The Ten of Wands is also about the need to delegate and ask for help, and lighten your load so that you have capacity for new experiences. And I think the message here is that if you want to explore this connection, you might need to look at your life and see where you can create some breathing room. Maybe that means saying no to some obligations that are not truly essential, or asking others to step up and help with shared responsibilities, or simply being more efficient with your time management so that you can carve out space for dates and quality time with this person. The Ten of Wands reminds us that we often carry more than we need to, and sometimes we have to put down some of those burdens in order to reach for what we actually want. What I appreciate about the Ten of Wands showing up here is that it is being realistic about the fact that integrating a new relationship into an already full life requires conscious effort and intentionality. This is not going to be one of those connections where everything just magically falls into place without any effort on either of your parts. You are both going to have to actively choose each other on an ongoing basis and make decisions about how to allocate your time and energy in ways that honor this budding connection while also maintaining your other important commitments. But the fact that you are both willing to even consider making that effort speaks to the potential value and significance of what could develop between you. Let me pull another card because I want to understand what the deeper spiritual lesson or message is in this situation for you. And the Ace of Wands just came through, and Taurus, this is such a powerful card because the Ace of Wands represents pure creative potential and passionate new beginnings, and the spark of inspiration that ignites action. This is telling me that what is happening today is not just about one person expressing interest in you. It is about the universe opening up a portal of possibility in your life and inviting you to step into a new phase of creative and romantic expression. The Ace of Wands is the seed of fire, and it represents raw enthusiasm and desire and the impulse to create something new and exciting in the world. In the context of this reading, the Ace of Wands is saying that this connection with this person has the potential to reignite your passion, not just for romance, but for life in general. When we meet someone who genuinely excites us and makes us feel alive again, it has a ripple effect across all areas of our existence, and we suddenly have more energy and motivation and zest for everything we do. The Ace of Wands is telling you that saying yes to this opportunity could be the catalyst that pulls you out of any rut or stagnation you might have been experiencing and propels you into a more vibrant and engaged way of moving through the world. The Ace of Wands is also about taking initiative and being bold and confident in going after what you want, and I think the universe is encouraging you through this card to not be passive or wait for this person to do all the work of building connection between you. If you feel drawn to them and interested in exploring what might be possible, then show that interest clearly and let them know that their feelings are reciprocated. The Ace of Wands does not play coy or hard to get it burns brightly and honestly, and it invites you to do the same. This is a call to be authentic and direct in expressing your own desires and to meet this person's vulnerability with your own vulnerability. I am also seeing that the Ace of Wands is connected to creative projects and new ventures, and I am wondering if part of what might bond you and this person together is some kind of shared creative interest or entrepreneurial endeavor or passion project that you could potentially collaborate on together. The Wand suit is all about vision and purpose and making things happen in the world. And I am getting the sense that this connection might not just be about conventional romance, but could also involve supporting each other's goals and dreams, and possibly even working together on something meaningful that you both care about deeply. The Ace of Wands is also a deeply sexual card in the sense that it represents raw physical attraction and chemistry and magnetic pull between two people. And I am seeing that there is definitely going to be an element of strong physical attraction in this dynamic. When this person finally reveals their feelings to you today, there is going to be this almost electric charge in the air between you, and you are probably going to feel it in your body as much as in your mind and heart. The Ace of Wands is about that immediate visceral response we have to someone we are drawn to, and it is telling me that the chemistry between you two is going to be undeniable once you both stop holding back. Let me pull one more card because I want to see what the ultimate message from the universe is about this entire situation, and the Four of Wands just came through, and Taurus, I am honestly blown away by this because the Four of Wands is the card of celebration and homecoming, and reaching a milestone worth honoring, and it often appears in readings about engagements and weddings and commitments and stable, happy partnerships. The fact that this card is showing up at the end of this reading is telling me that the universe sees serious long-term potential in this connection, and that if you both choose to nurture it and invest in it, there is a real possibility of it developing into something stable and joyful and worth celebrating. The Four of Wands represents the feeling of finally finding your people in your place and creating a sense of home and belonging with someone, and I am seeing that this person could potentially become that for you. This is someone who has the capacity to make you feel safe and supported and celebrated for exactly who you are, and the Four of Wands is saying that the relationship you could build together has the potential to become a true sanctuary and source of happiness in your life. This is not about fleeting passion or temporary excitement. This is about laying a foundation for something real and lasting and meaningful. What I love about the Four of Wands is that it is also about community and having the support of friends and family as you build your relationship, and I am seeing that if you and this person move forward together, you are going to have people in your life who are genuinely happy for you and who will cheer you on and support your union. This is not going to be one of those relationships where you feel isolated or like you have to defend your choice to be with this person. The Four of Wands brings blessings and goodwill from your community, and it creates this sense of collective joy around your happiness together. The Four of Wands is also associated with stability and structure, and having things in place that support your growth. And I am seeing that this relationship could provide a healthy framework for both of you to thrive individually while also building something beautiful together. This is about mature love that respects autonomy and independence while also creating interdependence and partnership. And the Four of Wands is telling me that you and this person have the potential to strike that balance really well if you are both willing to show up authentically and do the work that healthy relationships require. I am also getting from the Four of Wands that there might be some kind of actual celebration or gathering or event in the near future where you and this person spend time together in a more social setting, and that could be another opportunity for your connection to deepen and for others to witness the chemistry and compatibility between you. The Four of Wands loves a good party and it loves bringing people together, and I would not be surprised if there is some kind of social occasion coming up soon where you two will have a chance to interact in a fun, relaxed environment that allows the natural attraction and ease between you to become even more apparent. So, Taurus, to bring all of this together, what the cards are telling me is that someone who has been quietly harboring feelings for you is finally ready to make their move today, and when they do, it is going to feel somewhat sudden and unexpected, even though the feelings themselves have been building for quite some time. This is someone who sees genuine long-term potential with you and who is drawn to your grounded, capable, generous nature, and they want to explore what might be possible between you two. The universe is encouraging you to be open to this opportunity and to consciously release any old fears or wounds that might tempt you to close yourself off before even giving this a real chance. There might be some practical challenges around timing and schedules and making room in your already full life for a new relationship, but the potential here is significant enough that it is worth making the effort to figure out the logistics. The chemistry and attraction is going to be real and palpable, and if you allow yourself to lean into it rather than overthinking it or talking yourself out of it, there is a possibility of this developing into something truly beautiful and stable and joyful that becomes a source of celebration in your life. The universe is giving this connection its blessing and saying that this person could very well be someone who becomes an important part of your story moving forward. Pay attention today to any messages or unexpected encounters or feelings of synchronicity, because that is going to be the universe confirming that this is real and that you should take it seriously. And most importantly, Taurus, remember that you deserve to experience joy and excitement and genuine care from someone who truly sees you and values you. This person wants to see you not just physically, but emotionally and spiritually, and they are ready to start showing up for you in ways that demonstrate their sincerity. Stay open, stay present, and trust that good things can happen when you allow yourself to be vulnerable enough to receive them.